Fuck you, Craig.
I wasn't
Actually,
paying attention.
you never are. That's okay. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I think, yes, Garrison, I had to make a time correction with you before. The way I was picturing going with that is Ryle's not very good with time management. Um, so it would have been he told you a couple of weeks. Willow would have told Malador a couple of months. So when you guys got together, you could have corrected that. Um, but yes, it would have been discovered through your information gathering. The the fight that you were asking about with when Ellen Wynn lured Darling out to the field and you guys first did that weird bubble encounter out near the tree that you hadn't gone under yet. That was actually 6 months prior to where you are now. 4 months prior is when you went to the other timeline. So you guys have been gone for a while.
Yeah.
But Ryle would have just said a couple of weeks because he sucks at time management.
Mhm.
But through a series of information gathering, you would have realized that the whole time was 6 months. You guys have been gone for quite a while.
Yeah, a couple weeks, like 12, 16 weeks, Like
Yeah,
just
it's a couple. It's just a couple. Um, but yes, where so you guys successfully made it back to your own timeline. There are some minor differences and minor alterations, but of course you guys were all expecting that to happen anyway. You made it back through the exit door basically by the skin of your teeth after a large explosion happened in the alternate timeline. Um, and you came out to basically like a Piccadilly circus if you've ever gone to the UK. Um, it just carnival rides and clowns and candy and just weird shit everywhere. Malador was given a map by one of the giants where he could open it up and see the entire span of Coast City, including the underwater portion, which he's the only one that's been to. But you never mentioned it to the team, so we won't go there yet.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
No,
Yes,
you
I
did.
did.
He mentioned the underwater to you guys.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What
Yeah,
he,
no.
what he
Yeah, because I told Vidar where we went with Latha and whatnot.
You told Vidar. Okay, gotcha. He is currently riding rides.
Whee!
But yes, you guys all ended up coming together to take a shot in honor of Antolon and then spreading out once again. Garrison's whole thing was to get the team together to take a drink and discuss things. And the moment the shots were taken, the entire team spread apart again. Malador, you are still upstairs in your room, but we will smash cut to the next day unless you guys wanted to do anything overly important. Yorick, you were met and kind of accosted by your parents and by Trock. Stephen and Vidar and Merida actually all went out to ride rides and explore the world of food, Merida, especially you. Garrison, where is it that you had left off?
I had fed, and I was going to
That's
go
right.
shopping.
Yeah, okay.
Afterwards.
So with all of that going on, so we're basically what we're gonna do is we're going to say that you guys arrived and all of that would have taken the majority of the day. Garrison, you don't need to sleep, but for the rest of you, you would have either retreated to the inn or back to the Crook House and gotten your long rest. Yorick, you would have either taken your folks back to the Crook House or you would have gone with them to sleep. So you will be separated from the party when we start. But Merida and Malador, Judd, you guys would have all gone back to the Crook House to sleep or to the inn in the Rich District, whichever you decide. But we will start the following morning. So you can all take your long rest, and Malador, you can
I already did.
rejoin. Yeah, I know you did.
Before Malador comes down, he wants to do something.
Go for it.
He wants to talk to the writer.
Okay.
Malador
Hold on.
is.
But we're gonna start doing this right because I actually looked this up. In order for you to go where, we have to remember we said that there's a limited amount of time you can do it unless there's a full moon, and then it's kind of like involuntary.
Right.
You get 3 times per long rest to voluntarily go out. Whether it be in battle or just to show off, you get 3 times per long rest to transform. When it
Okay.
comes to the rider, it's kind of like a commune. It's like a commune. So you have to roll a d20. Yeah, roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's literally like a commune. D20 and add your charisma modifier, and if it gets the DC, then you can talk to him. What's up, Judd?
What is up?
What up? What up? What up?
You good?
I can't read that dice.
Well, then you fail.
I tried rolling that fucking purple dice and I couldn't. read it.
Hey, you said you fixed your shit. Excuse me, sir.
Judd, your mic's doing the thing.
It's same thing.
You're doing the thing again, dude.
No. We're all in the candy bag.
No, how?
He can't hear us because he doesn't have his headset in.
That might be why it's doing that.
Not Valentine's Day. They just had one.
They just gave you some?
No, they just gave me some.
See, it stopped.
Yes, it stopped.
Even the best ones.
The wafers aren't.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay,
The
so
dark chocolate.
sit up in bed
I ordered.
and shut your eyes, take a deep breath, and try to reach in and speak to the rider, and it's just not.
Someone else's order.
You're not making that connection.
Of everything but
Yeah. Okay. Then Malador is gonna regroup with the team downstairs.
Maybe they didn't have. Oh, there's dark. No, that's a wafer. I got somebody else's order. I think I didn't. I only ordered 10.
I've had 2.
Hey, Judd, we can hear everything, bud.
I guess I got more caramel than when I.
He doesn't have
I
his
said
headset
2 of
on him, so
everything, which-
he can't hear anything we're saying.
Okay, there we go. Well, that was fun. All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so you're going to regroup Merida and well, yeah. So Merida would you would have slept at the Kirk house. What would be the first thing Merida would do when she woke up in the morning?
Hit the snooze on the alarm.
Yes. As the fairies in the Crook house circle around Merida trying to wake her up. Wake up, it's morning. Wake up, it's more. She starts swatting them away. Where's the snooze button? I can just see that shit.
Why?
Yeah.
Against the wall.
They're
I
just
bet
circling
that's
around her
bad.
head going. She's like, go away! 5 more minutes. I don't want to go to school.
Are the fairies back? Yeah.
No.
Oh.
She just said she wanted to hit a snooze button, so I made one. No, they're not back.
Probably.
Judd is on his own side quest right now.
He is.
All right. He's trying to talk now.
Yes.
Sorry, we had to do it. Bro.
No.
Nope. It's still there, man.
Oh yeah, your mic is fucked still.
Still got the static.
I don't think it's your mic.
Wait. It's because give me a second.
Oh, you need to change your input on
Yeah, I
Skype.
need to change the input on Skype.
Listen, man. I think it's your hair.
Harris.
I think your hair is causing the static. Look, there's only 2 that are allowed to have long hair in this group. That's Keanu Reeves and Logan. All right.
Okay.
And
Half
Maris.
of mine shaved off. I fixed say, are you forgetting somebody?
I'm working on it.
There's-
I'm the caveman of the
Just
group. I
so
guess.
that I'm speaking all the time, even when I'm not. It's working.
You're
He's got
good.
as much hair as I do, and technically I only have half a head of hair. And what are you saying about Garrison?
So
Keanu Reeves.
Safe.
Keanu Reeves, though.
Yes, Garrison is Keanu. He's Keanu Reeves' stuntman.
Yeah.
His body double.
We actually we actually met Garrison in real life, and we were all like, "Oh my god, we should run up to him and demand."
Autographs for Keanu Reeves'
I'm
body
like, no,
double.
we're gonna get kicked out of Disney for that.
Yeah, that would have been funny. All right, so
Okay, have I missed anything?
no, not at all.
We just
Derailing. So we all you guys would have all retreated back to the Crook House or to the inn or somewhere to sleep, so you can take a long rest. You guys all leveled up to 9, right?
Mhm.
Everyone's done.
Uh-huh.
No.
Because
Hey,
yeah,
my HP went down. Go back in.
when you did a long rest, yeah, just go in and refix it. It did the same thing to Jake.
Yeah,
it's because most of your character is custom, and Beyond can be stupid like that. So just whatever it was, go back in and override it. If the long rest changes your health, go back in and fix it. That is a thing. It shouldn't do it again. It shouldn't do it again, but just keep an eye on it.
when you hit
Addition to the candy bag.
make sure
But yes, you guys would have all gathered at the Crook House to sleep. Garrison, would you have done overnight shopping, or would you have gone back to rest as well?
I mean, if they were open, but is this whole thing being like a national holiday? So would everything be closed, or?
To a point, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be closed. It would just be they wouldn't exactly be sober enough to do business.
In other
So
words, you can get
So
you would
good
walk in and
thing,
out,
bad
you'd walk in and out of
thing.
stores, and either the doors would be closed and locked, and you'd look through the window and they'd be passed out on their own counter, or they'd be passed out in the street somewhere. So yeah, it's one of those. Pretty much everyone gets involved when this carnival came through. Everybody, like businesses would actually close to go out and take place.
Yeah. So I guess I'll wait till next day.
Okay, so just for the sake of brevity, you guys all wake up in the morning. Jake, you tried to commune and it didn't work, and you guys all gather downstairs at the Crook House, except for Yorick.
Wait,
Actually,
why
no,
are you using
you would've
Ghost
as well.
Rider as a commune?
Because it makes it easier.
Okay. Because I feel
Just-
like I would just be
trust me.
able to talk to him.
Just trust me, it makes it way easier. It makes it
Um,
way easier. If I didn't use Ghost Rider as a commune, you would never be Malador.
True.
So if you want to be able to enjoy your character, let's tweak that a little bit and make him a commune. But yes, Yorick, you and your family would have stayed at the Crook House as well. So let's just have everyone gathers downstairs in the morning. That is where we will start. So what would you guys like to do?
I want to eat some food.
I
Well,
want
yeah,
to
there-
go component shopping.
Okay. There would definitely be food prepared. Yorick's father would have gotten behind the counter and started whipping something up.
Better not.
And believe it or not, freshly in the morning, he would have started pouring shots for everybody.
Of
Is
course.
so Yorick's father still there, but Yorick isn't?
No, they're all there. Yorick, his
Oh.
father, his mom,
Oh, okay.
they all got here. So you guys all as one big group. Malador eats, or I should say Vidar eats, takes a shot, gets Darling, exits the Crook House. Looks at Garrison. I got to go find Latha, and gone.
Cool. Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
Malador doesn't say anything. He's not happy.
Why aren't you happy, Malador?
Well, look around.
Tell me about your mother.
Oh come on, was Yorick's gentle way of telling you that Antolon was dead not good enough. I mean, he definitely wore kid gloves.
Yeah, let's nip this in the butt. What's the deal? What's the deal, Balador?
Well, they're framing him as a hero when he started all of this.
Right, but this wasn't his fault.
It was. He
No, it
helped in
wasn't.
it.
He didn't help it. He was betrayed.
No.
He had a vision for Yeah, you found him in a jail cell. How do you think he wasn't betrayed? He had a vision
Well-
for Coast City.
He started all of it.
Right, because he had a vision for a better Coast City, and then he was betrayed by what's his name? Why can't I think of his name right now? Xander and the Thinkers, basically.
That's not how I'm looking at it.
Well,
I-
you're drunk or high half the time, so it's not your fault that you're not seeing the bigger picture. He had a vision for Coast City. He tried to enact that vision, and he was betrayed by Xander. He was put in jail for all that, and then the carnage and everything that you saw, that is what Xander and the Thinkers wrought on Coast City.
Pretty sure you're forgetting that he was the one that started and killed all of my brother's people.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that a fact? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did he say? There was a reason for that?
Nope.
Well, I don't know if he told. Yeah, actually, he did.
There was a reason for it, right?
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Yeah, it was a job that he took, in order to basically solidify his position, trying to get to the top of the group, trying to infiltrate, trying to stop the hostile takeover of one group or another, and that's where the betrayal started. Is he
Right.
basically he was told they were the problem.
Yeah, so he had a mission. He was a soldier by heart. He had a mission. They told him to do it, and it was a fucked up mission. And you know what? He actually saved your brother by marrying his mother, so that he didn't have to kill them.
That still doesn't mean anything.
What? Yeah, I mean, he made questionable decisions, but in the end, he tried to do what was right for Coast City and all the people. He paid the ultimate sacrifice for it.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it does, but I understand that you're upset. But you can't just say that he was a bad guy when he brought all this good.
Malador's gonna just turn around and walk out the front door.
Exit stage left. And when you walk out of the Crook House, it's
Dare I to exit?
it's morning, so the the carnival is still there, but really no one's outside. None of the rides are being operated at the moment, so everything is just stagnant and still. Fresh, crisp morning. It ended up while you guys were sleeping. There was a light dusting of rain, so it's just very, very fresh, renewed morning. Even in the poorest of moods, Malador is able to take in a deep breath and feel a little bit better. Not much. Where are you headed?
He's gonna go. What does he see? Does he see people out or anything?
Yes and no. I mean, it's just the normal. It's people peeling themselves up off the ground to go open their businesses back up, and sitting on the tables outside drinking their morning tea and coffee.
Mhm.
So not really a whole lot of foot traffic.
Malador
Station noises.
is gonna go to. He's just gonna start walking down the street.
Okay. Any particular destination or just walking?
Not really.
Just to clear the head?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So you guys watch Malador just walk out.
She's vibrating too. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
Steven, you said you wanted to go component shopping.
Yes. You figure out what components I want though.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find my parents.
Oh no, they're there with you. Your father was the one that was cooking up breakfast and pouring shots for everybody. Oh, and Garrison, Steven, and Merida, as you guys gather to the group, you watch Malador walk out in frustration. Steven is just kind of like staring at the floor, going through his head, trying to figure out what he wants to do for the day. You look up, and standing next to Yorick's father, who is the tan skin elf, white hair, basically the older twin version of Yorick. Next to him now, you see a light, or I should say like a darker gray skin, jet black hair, black irises with the white, so it's not all black. It's not the creepy, and then little horns coming out of the top. You see what you would recognize as an Aasimar standing next to Yorick's dad. Yorick, Yorick, this is the true look of your mother.
Yep.
Oh.
Hi, sweet.
Yeah, no, like gripping onto Yorick's father.
I'm
Oh,
just gonna-
I apologize for the way I looked yesterday. I don't like to look like this when I'm out in large crowds. I take on the human mask, so to speak. I'm not used to such big populations. We only came to Coast City because he didn't answer our letter.
Ow. Ow. There was
Ow.
quite a lot going on at the time. That's why I didn't respond.
Merida's being attacked by Hank.
Mhm.
Am I the only one that's seeing Cameron, Garrison, and York's camera like all?
Yeah,
Like
they're going
glitchy?
in and out. So is
I can
yours.
see
Mine is?
all of yours are fine except for Garrison's. Like Garrison's, I can count the pixels on his.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything.
Camera of mine
I don't-
is fine.
I don't have any issue.
I'm not
Hold on.
seeing anything.
They just all came back.
If you're a pet, damn it.
Oh, there you go. There's the start of it.
There, now it's better.
Garrison. Oh, Garrison has
Hell yeah.
pixels.
That's what we got.
Listen, we all have
I just
camera and
think-
technology issues. We got it. We're fine.
I'm going to I'm gonna tell my mom and dad and be like, can we find somewhere to talk in private? I've got a lot of questions and I've got some stuff that I need to tell you guys.
I mean, is it? I mean, your mom kind of like looks around. Is it not something that they can all hear as well? I mean, these are people you've been traveling with, right?
Yeah, what the fuck, York?
Look,
yeah,
it's again, it's a long story. It's been too long since we really had any quality time.
Right. Well, I mean, we can go upstairs or we can go outside. As your dad is like continuing to whip food up. Yeah, whatever you want. He's like, you could tell he's like hardly paying attention. He's just working on the food.
It did it
Well,
again.
you can have the Crook House because I mean I'm gonna go shopping, so I'm assuming
Okay.
everybody else is too. So
All right.
Yeah.
So Steven and Garrison. Steven, you said that you're going shopping for components. That'll be easy enough for you to find. So Send me a DM of what you need.
Okay.
And first of all, I'll tell you if you find it and then what it costs, because that's usually simple. And then Garrison, what are you going shopping for?
I'm looking for potions and weapons and magic scrolls.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Gotcha.
In my head, I'm like, okay, well, if we have to end up going up against a thinker, we're gonna need some beefy stuff. So
Fair enough. Did Garrison ever go into Bonnet?
bought it.
Is the item shop run by Tal right across from the Crank and Yank?
Yes,
Did he ever
that's
go in
what
there?
that's what I
Hmm.
was looking for an antidote, and he didn't have it.
Okay.
So bought it. Is that a potion shop though?
It's a kind of an all or nothing
Like a
is how
general
I had
store?
described. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like trinkets and whatever the fuck.
Right.
That would be the only spot that Garrison would know of exactly, unless he wanted to explore.
Well, yeah. I
around.
mean, yeah. I want to find like I'm sure there's in this whole city. There's probably a potion shop. Like
Absolutely not. Never. All right.
So that and like anybody, like I said, I'm looking for like spell scrolls, magic weapons. Just looking for specific items.
Okay. Steven, that list would definitely be at Bonnet.
Okay.
And you've been in that one before. So that would be where you would know to go. Okay, so Garrison and Steven are both going to exit. Merida, what are you doing? As you're watching just one by one, your friends are just leaving.
You're also being accosted by Hank, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Yorick's headed
I'm
upstairs.
getting attacked by the freaking squirrel.
Yorick's headed upstairs with his parents. You're being attacked by his like necrotic squirrel. Garrison, Malador, and Steven all left.
Take the squirrel with you.
Oh no, he already went upstairs.
Oh, he likes you. I'm gonna find a large baking dish, put the squirrel under the dish, and put a weight on top of the dish, and then I'll leave.
Fair enough.
Rude.
I don't want the squirrel. I never wanted the squirrel in the first place.
Well,
I
But
feel
you
like this is a little bit of a fantasy world and the real world leaking in together.
Yeah, literally.
No way.
No.
Never.
We had a
Rats.
campaign where my at the time infant son sat in a bumbo seat in the middle of the room, and he was the BBG, the giant they had to fight. And if he moved and kicked one of them, they got damaged.
Hell yeah. There you go. There you go.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, so Steven, let me give you the price of all of that. How much do you need of each of those?
I'll just get 5 of all of it.
5 of all of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also want to go shopping.
All right. So I would imagine that she would come with us.
Okay.
Like we would all be talking about going shopping, and she'd probably just be like, "Yeah, let's all
Yeah.
go."
Okay.
You know?
So
So
talk.
35 gold for all of it? For
Mhm.
5 of all of it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I still have all the thousands of gold that I got, right?
Yeah, no, components really don't cost that much. Not those anyway. Like minor health potions are 25 gold a piece. That's where you really start to get is when you need like diamonds for resurrection and shit. That's when the money really starts to go. But Eyes of the Newt and shit like that, no.
I have a question.
Get the fuck away from me. Now I'm being attacked by Hank. Get out of here.
Where did Malador park his ship? Wasn't it right out front of the cookhouse?
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Yeah.
not there.
That was 6 months ago. That
Fuck.
thing's on cinder blocks now.
Yes.
It'd
Now,
been sold for parts on
Yep, you have not seen Gladys or felt any connection to it since you've returned.
Fuck. Oh well.
Malador, give me an insight check.
Okay. 15 plus. It's insight 16.
Okay. As you start thinking about your ship, it's been a while,
Has been a while.
but the moment you recall the name Gladys, you feel her,
Really? Awesome.
but you're unable to pinpoint where.
Can I call her?
You can sure as hell. You can certainly try.
Gladys, will you please come to me? It's been a while. I'm back finally.
You start hearing Stained in the background.
Yes. Let's fucking go.
It's been a while.
As it starts to hover above you and tears are pouring out. No, I'm kidding. So, Merida and Garrison, are you guys going shopping together? Because as the three of you pull out of the Crook House, you're going to see the same thing Malador saw. There's not a whole lot of foot traffic going across the streets. Everything's very dormant and stagnant. People are sitting on the... People are either gathered up on the inside of the businesses with the doors and the windows open, or they're on the table sitting outside just drinking tea. Very, very light chatter. Most of them very noticeably hungover. But as the three of you pour out, Steven just kind of continues to beeline it because he's heading right for Bonnet.
Yeah,
which
we're
is
gonna head there.
which is mid district, and you guys are in the poor district right now. So
If Steven doesn't mind the company.
okay, all right. So you guys will all So you guys will all end up getting to Bonnet together, and you'll enter, and there's Tal, sitting behind his counter with the notebook right here and his little feather pen. But and again, it's a pen about that big, and he's just this close to it, writing notes. And he looks up. Look around. Steven, you go and gather all of your components. They're very easy for you to spot. He has, and I've already told you what the price is, but he's got beakers and containers and boxes and just very, 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 very reminiscent of the closet you guys broke into in the library when you opened it up and there was just like hands and eyeballs and all that other shit in those liquid beakers. Very, very reminiscent of that, only it's not body parts. It doesn't look like a serial killer's store.
Oh, that's right. The serial killer is still here, right?
But no more brotherhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as we know.
No more Xander.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
Okay. And I mean, Merida, again, believe it or not, you go into here, and that's this very much translates into an all or nothing variety store. It's just when you guys walk in here and you see Tal doing this to a little notebook, first of all, you don't even know what he's writing or if he's writing anything because the pencil remains about that big and he never really takes his face away from his book. But the store doesn't look all that large until you start walking around. You walk to the left of what looks like a large counter bookshelf. You walk to the left and you curl around it, and then the store just continues to open up and open up and open up. You walk around to the right, and it's like you've got to move a shelf in order to get around the shelf, and then it just continues to open up, and there's doors that you can open that translate into the closets that have all these items, and just it's everywhere. Definitely looks like the store could use an overhaul. There's like blankets of dust over various things. Definitely items that haven't been touched, that haven't been moved, that haven't been purchased. There's a whole section of the store, basically where you and Steven have to go for the weird shit you guys need. It looks like people haven't been in these sections forever. You guys all go around the counters and gather in front of a closet door that you then open. It's not locked. You open it up and just, it's another small room and shelves just full. So anything that you need, Merida, it's there. What do you say? Vial of blood, some flesh. Yeah, you're gonna see just, again, beakers of just different animals, eyeballs, and skulls are in here. You'll see hides and flesh that's been prepared so that it doesn't rot. Bone dust, yeah. You won't find the bone dust, but you will find bones. Very capable of being ground down to whatever it is you need. And then you said powdered silver. That one, actually, give me a sec. That one might be a little specialty marked bones. Is it specific on the kind?
It just says specially marked.
Specially marked. Okay. So I will say the bone dust you'll be able to do because you just like grab a femur and grind it down. That'll be easy. Specialty marked. We're gonna have to figure out what that one is. I'm gonna let you have it now, but we'll go with, we're gonna have to get details on what that is for the next time. Powdered silver is the only thing you're not gonna find in here.
Okay.
But everything else you will be able to grab. And Steven, yours was easy enough. Yeah, petrified eyes of newts, chips of mica, snake tongue, honeycomb. Yeah, that's all over this place.
Awesome.
And Garrison, what were you you said health potions and weapons. What weapons were you looking
I'm looking
specifically?
for health potions, alchemist fires, or alchemist flasks. I'm just like shopping around, like see what they got. If they have like magic weapons, or if they, like I said, magic scrolls. Specifically, I am looking for the banishment spell on a scroll.
I mean, you're gonna find scrolls in here, but it's much like looking through the library. It's old, dusty, rolled up, handwritten, personal accounts of this or that, various maps of different areas of Coast City,
so like not
and the
like
so
not
nothing
spell
really,
scrolls
no,
or anything
nothing
like that,
spell
yeah.
scrolls. You do end up finding potions, whether they be health or not, is you'd have to take them up to ask Tal, but you do see a variety of different potions. Your knowledge of potions is that the red has to be, or is the liquid has to be red, which you find 2 different sizes of those kinds of potions. 2 of the smaller ones and 2 of the bigger ones in terms of red liquid, and then you've got yellow and clear and blue and green.
Well, I'll grab Tao and I'll ask him for what they are and what their price is.
Okay. So you have 2. You have 2 regular and 2 greater. You have 2 regular and 2 greater, which the regular. Let's see. Give me 1 second. So the regular is 25 a piece. The greater is 50 a piece.
Okay, I'll get.
So you're looking at 150 to grab all 4.
Yeah, I'll grab all 4 of those, and then I'll ask him what the other ones are.
All right, and he's yes, so no silver. feel free to say things out loud, guys.
I'm trying not to like block the airways, so.
You're good. You're good. Yep. So he takes the health potions off, brings them up to the counter, circles back, and you're asking about all the other ones.
Yeah, like I said, specifically, I'm looking for like alchemist fire and stuff like that.
Okay. You see that notebook that he's been writing in actually has like scribbles all over it, and he takes it away from his eyes a little bit, and then just starts flipping through these tiny pages. And I mean, the notebook is only about like that big. It's very, very tiny, and he just starts flipping through these very gently, as if he's trying not to rip these thin pages. Okay, so the blue one, if my notes are it's been so long. These have been here for a while, and I mean, as you're looking at the blue and the green and the clear, again, there's a layer of dust underneath the jars. Like no one's come in here for these for who knows how long, and the upkeep in this place isn't exactly good. Let's see the blue ones.
Sorry, I'm trying to find just a regular potion of healing. I remember it's called something else.
Well, you were able to find two. You were able to find those 4 potions.
I'm trying to put it in my inventory. I got the greater healing potion. It's the regular.
Should be regular and greater, or just healing and then greater.
Right. That's what I can't find it under the potion. Hang on. Do you need
Hang on. If you can't add it, just remember you got it.
Yeah.
Because Beyond doesn't have everything, unfortunately.
Potion
but just remember
healing.
you've got it.
Right here. I got it now. For some reason, it's under like gear, not potion.
Yeah, it's weird. Again.
I knew there was like a weird reason why like I couldn't find it.
Yeah. But you have those 4. All right, so the blue ones, they the notes that I have here, they control the temperature and make it colder. I'm not exactly sure how. These green ones looks like they're good for plant growth. Be honest, I don't even know when I got these clear ones. Yeah, my notes aren't very good.
All right, I'll keep looking. None of that's what I want.
So as you're as you're walking away to keep looking, he's just where did these even come from? Like you just hear him start talking out loud, just trying to like go from book to shelf. Like
it was actually someone just grabbing an empty beaker. They had to go to the bathroom and they filled it and they just put it right up there.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep, someone peed in a jar and put it on the shelf. Let's see if anyone will buy this.
Yeah.
All right.
Why does this potion smell like asparagus?
Oh god. Horrible. All right. Yorick, you
coffee.
Yeah. Yorick, you get up into the room with your parents. What conversation would you like to have?
So I'm gonna ask them about the amulet that they've got. Like, you said that you found this in Salvetti.
Yes.
How did you even know where to look?
Oh, you know Trock. When he couldn't find you, he found us. We were heading there anyway, looking for you. Ended up, running into him, and you know your dad. He can't say no to a good adventure. Tell you, the that Royal Guard Palace is strange. I've never. Have you been on that weird staircase?
Yeah.
I didn't even know where I was going half the time. I ended up in some weird room that was like no windows or doors and kind of filled with water. I don't even know how I got out. I just ended up screaming a little too loud and ended up back at the entrance of the palace. I don't know. I left your dad and Trock and just went shopping. I couldn't take it anymore.
Interesting.
And then your dad kind of looks up and goes, "Yeah, Trock and I made it to the bottom of the staircase, and there was like these weird jail cells, and the floor was wet for some reason, and there was this weird dude that looked like he was being held prisoner. Like he had no eyes and wasn't really speaking one language. And then there was this weird symbol on the wall that Trock insisted I touch. And I don't remember much after that. What I do remember is that him and I were suddenly walking away from the palace, and I had this amulet, and he takes it back out again. And when I tried handing it to Trock, he couldn't touch it. And same reaction you had, which is strange. And he puts it back in his pouch.
He did the same thing to me. He sacrificed me for.
Whoa! Sacrificed? I'm still very much alive, I think. Am I?
I'm not quite sure how it works and why it works the way it does, but yes, he essentially sacrificed you for this amulet. And when did you guys start? When did you guys even start keeping contact with him regularly?
Oh, I mean, after we went looking for you and ran into him, we figured if we're gonna find you, we may as well stick with him. I mean, he was looking for you too, and he's better at tracking than we are. He's taken us to some really weird places, I'm not gonna lie.
Weird places?
Yeah. What's up with that cart?
His cart.
I mean, 6 horses, and they always seem to like change to different species when we look at them, and he never has to feed the things, and the company he keeps, those guys are all weird. And every cart we go into is just like it's a different room. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, but like it just really weird. I lost track of time most of the time.
Very easy to do.
I don't even know how long we've been venturing with him, to be honest. Like you see a look of confusion on your mother's face. That, I mean, you haven't seen her for a while, but it's like goes from like confusion to concern to worry, back to just, well, it's great to see you anyway.
It's actually great to see you guys as well. Mom, can I tell you something and then you not be upset with me? Here we go.
Oh, of course. Tell me anything.
He's gonna scratch the back of his head and just kind of.
This is where York comes out. Or Vidar.
I have a big spoon, Mom.
He's gonna get kind of flustered and not here. Finally, he's just gonna come out and say it. I have innocent blood on my hands.
Don't we all?
I mean, we all have
Potato,
innocent blood on
potato.
our hands. Like I've gotten. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking like like cuts and. I mean, why didn't you tell me? I can take care of you. And she just like you see her like start getting into a kit. She starts taking out a first aid kit and opening it up and just does like the whole mother thing, not even really understanding what you're talking about. Just sit down and just like pushes you a little bit, makes you sit down on the bed. It just starts look where is it? Where are the cuts? Why didn't you tell me? It just starts examining
It's
every part.
not an injury. It's I accidentally killed someone. Someone who was innocent.
Okay. Give me more.
So you know that witch doctor that is originally in Salvetti?
No. Witch doctor. What?
Yeah.
What is our son getting involved in now?
Well,
I don't know. It was the kids today.
well, there was a witch doctor in Salvetti who became interested in our group.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But there's a witch doctor that got interested in our group for whatever reason. She started messing with us, and eventually we ran into her here in Coast City. She had one of my friend's family members under her spell. So when we went to confront her and fight her, some stuff happened where she was trying to attack me. One of our friends stopped her, knocked my book out of her hand. I'll get into that in a moment. And I cast a spell from the book, and unfortunately, I accidentally hit an innocent person.
I mean, it sounds like an accident. Were there more saved than lost? You did what you had to do to protect yourself and your friends?
I did what I felt was the right thing at the time.
And I mean, what did you do afterwards? Did you own up to it? I mean, she like looks really worried and is and like she pushed you down on the bed to look for wounds, and she like crouches down now to get eye level, and she just looks like really drawn to your story.
Well, I did try to own up to it. And her family honored me as a hero by saving the village. But I didn't feel like a hero.
Well, I mean, we didn't raise you to be a fighter. Yeah, the battle and killing, that's wasn't really ever in the cards for us. I don't even know how you get involved in this stuff. I mean, you did right by the family, right? Sounds like you did. Proper funeral and all of that. I mean, did they?
We performed their customary ceremony, but it still didn't. It didn't how I felt. It didn't.
Or she's just gonna lean in, give you a big hug, not say anything. And your dad's standing there. Oh yeah, and comes in and gives you a hug as well. Like again, not really. Just like sees your mom lean in and gives a hug, and oh yeah, sure. It just comes in and gives you one as well. Like he wasn't really paying attention at all. Just kind of going through with the motions. In the interim, Merida and Garrison, Steven, you guys all kind of finish your shopping, looking around. Garrison, you're not gonna find anything by your knowledge impressive enough with weaponry
Yeah.
in this store to really matter. I mean, unless you wanted like a dagger as a sidearm, there's nothing really impressive in here. There's no magical scrolls. The weapons and armor amateur at best.
Yeah.
But you did find your potions. And as you guys are kind of finishing up shopping in the store, outside the building, you hear Maladar.
Oh fuck! What did I do?
And as you look out the building, you just see you don't. As you're looking out the door frame, all you see is just a shadow hovering very slowly across the ground. You can't see what's making the shadow, but you just see a shadow hovering across the ground.
Fuck yeah!
And then as you're looking at that shadow, you see other shadows, which look like little tentacles or bigger.
Yes!
Just starting to wisp in different directions. Maladar.
Merida's gonna look up at Garrison and be like, "What are we walking into?"
I don't know. I'm going the opposite direction.
I mean,
Scooby Doo run the other way.
Going the opposite direction would be going into the store. That's yeah.
Oh, we just go back in and hide.
Close the door.
No.
Just like fuck this, and we're not being a part of this. Close the door.
Yeah. Nope, not today.
Not today, Satan. I mean, eventually, it moves out of your sight.
Yeah.
And just continues to go down.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows of any other like vendors or anything like that sell, better weapons. He's just a general store, but I'm sure there's like a blacksmith or an armory type store somewhere in the close city.
Well, the blacksmiths and armorers and all of them that they're here, but they're not really here. They usually come around during these times, during celebrations and events and festivals. They don't normally stay here. Like
So-
most of Coast City is a tourist attraction. People travel in and then they travel out. I'm sure you've noticed that if you've been here long enough, I'm sure you've noticed at certain points of the year, it is crazy how many people are here, and then just all of a sudden it's a ghost town. Kind of like the circus we have out there right now. They come and they go.
Yeah.
It's not like me where they have a storefront.
Yeah. So all these buildings are just like vacation homes? Is what you tell me?
They're
Like this is a giant city that's
Hey,
like
Cameron, check
miles
the
and
amps.
miles long, and like
For our thingy.
there's no like just a potion shop and no like, you know what I mean? Like there's got to be, because blacksmiths aren't just for weapons; they're for horseshoes. You know what I mean? Like
yes. most of the businesses here, the buildings are occupied, so when they come to the area, they have a place to do it, so they're not just out on the street doing it. And then once their business is done, they shut the door and they move on.
This place has like has mechanized machines, right? Is there like a machine shop type thing that like would sell little doodads? Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm looking for stuff that would give
You're
me a
looking for
one up on.
robotics?
I mean, yeah, like if that's something that they will have. Like, I'm just trying to anything that would try to give me a leg up on a thinker. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Tal's eyes go like,
Yeah.
I mean, you said this out loud.
no. I'm just like telling you, like, you know, like this is my
Okay.
thought process of like what I'm like looking for stuff that will just give me like a one up on something. You know?
Might be misremembering this, but DM, didn't you say there were like guns in Coast City?
Yeah. There's like hoverboards and vehicles that fly and all that shit. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not here. That's more rich district, which Tal goes into explaining that if you want to find robotics and high tech things, that's more of the rich district. But you have to know people who know people. Like Malador knows those people, but you don't know that because he's not here.
They do know that. They do know that because, you know, they do know about the underwater city because they asked about the snake lady and I told them everything.
I know, but the tech's not in the underwater. Why?
I
would
know,
tech
but
be in-
I'm just saying, I'm just putting that 2 and 2. They know about the underwater.
Yeah.
Because I told them because of Viper.
Yeah, but the tech world is in the rich district, and that's you have to know people who know people. They try to save all of that for big names and royalty and rich.
Yeah.
But if you want to go look for it, you're more than welcome.
But there's no like standalone potion shop that would have a more variety that he has, because like he's like basically how I'm imagining he's like the general, like the gas station, like you got your like your milk, your eggs, and everything like that. I'm looking for
Yes.
like, and then he probably sells like beer and wine. Like I'm looking for like the wine store. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah, no, I
like,
gotcha. As far as a potion shop goes, no, it's not. Again, it's not one of the all year round stores that come here. It's another
Yeah.
one of the vendors that just pop up when the big events happen so that they can make their money and go.
Oh,
That's
so,
what the
like,
majority of this
where
is.
would those be in like that one strip by the rich district out the
Yes.
by the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where
Yeah.
I gotta look because
Like
there's a festival going on now, right? So like,
the festival, no. What's going on now is the circus.
Yeah.
And the circus right now is just in the poor district near the Crook House. So when you guys left it, it started to trickle out. Like all of the clowns and the giants and all that shit, all the carnival that was going on, that was in the district over. When you guys left it to come to Bonnet, you ended up leaving it behind, and then the mid district just turned to quiet. This is the quietest you guys have ever seen this. And remember, you've been gone for a while. So when you left, Coast City in each district was full of life, and it was full of noise, and it was full of this and full of that. And when you guys come back, it's just empty.
Yeah.
So as if everything had moved on. So this may be from what you're gathering, this is that part of the year in Coast City where no one's here. Where just the people who live here live here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cool. Fucking useless city. All right.
Hey,
All
not
right.
all
Oh,
cities are useful.
Yeah, this that stupid ship is gone, so let's go.
All right. Malador, as you are continuing to try and get your connection with Gladys, walking up the road, just trying to figure out where it is, off in the distance.
Let's go.
Here she comes.
Baldor's gonna put his hands out and just start running towards the boat.
Okay. And I mean, you get within 50 feet of it, and one of the giant tentacles whips down, picks you up.
How have you been, Gladys?
Bored.
I
And just
understand.
throws
that.
you on the deck of the ship.
Oh,
And I mean, it is just as like it's that hard wood that you remember with that slimy exterior that you remember.
yeah, sorry about that. I kind of jumped into a different realm.
Okay, I could have gone.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yes.
Would have been nice to be invited, like.
Well, let's go find Garrison. We need to show him you again.
Okay. I mean, it
Who's
comes
that?
to a grinding halt. The tentacles all whip to the front, curl around, and start twisting to the right as the whole ship just does a 180 spin.
Malthor runs to his chair.
So as you're running to the chair, it is spinning in a 180, and you're like being thrown off to the side trying to get to the chair because it does the G
I
forces
forgot
alone.
it. I forgot about that.
Yep. So you're grabbing onto the chair, facing now backwards. You're facing now toward the Crook House as it just starts moving back. So Merida, Garrison, and Steven, as you guys exit the store, the direction you saw it going, you now see it facing you and coming back. The tentacles now twisted around each other, and then they all flare out again as you see it coming back toward you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
That's a big nope.
90 degrees, like so if it's facing for me, I'm gonna go to the left of it. My right. Yeah. Let's go this way, guys.
As it starts to hover toward the ground. And it stops roughly about 6 inches off the ground. And then sits still.
Maldor's gonna run up to the side of the edge. Guys!
God damn it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I got the
forgot
ship
about this.
back!
Yay!
I'm so surprised. Why are you saying that? Why?
We're walking. You don't have to walk.
Ship, pick up Steven.
Okay.
Please.
Steven, okay, so he wouldn't. All right. So you hear Malador out loud pick up Steven, and one of the tentacles, these like slimy blackish purple tentacles from this squid-like faced creature ship just whips down and wraps around you. And I mean, these suction cups just go around your waist and just leave this slimy film from about chest level to belly button as it picks you up and drops you on the deck of the ship.
Ew.
And it's literally a
I missed this.
and Steven, as you land, it just splatters a little bit, and then as you get yourself up up onto your feet, the slick of the deck just closes. So the imprint you left of the slime, it just fixes itself.
Here, get up. Maldor's gonna put his hand to him to help him up.
I'm gonna grab his hand and get up.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's not slippery. It feels like it should be, but it's not. Your
That
feet
almost makes it worse.
your feet take mantle very, very easily, as if the slime coated floor goes around the bottom of your feet to keep you from slipping.
All right, Chip. All right, Gladys, pick the rest of them up.
So, Malador, is there like a ladder? I'm just gonna climb up the onto the ship.
I don't think there is a ladder.
No, there's no ladder.
I'm just gonna hover up there. You don't need it.
Well,
You don't
you
need
can
to do
only
that.
well, you'd have to fly, but yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Hovering,
fly
you
up
can only do 5 feet.
there.
Well,
But yeah,
it's
so Garrison is just gonna splay these wings and like no slime for me, and just shoot up and get onto the ship. And I mean, Malador, Gladys does not try to whip him away at all, like a bug on a windshield. No, he just flies up and she lets him land. Merida, again, unless you try to, are you gonna try to resist?
My response is in the chat.
I know the backing away, but are you actually gonna try to resist?
No.
Okay. So you're going to back away a little bit scared, and then the same thing as Steve is just going to whip around and mat all of your fur right to your body. In just this, this 1 foot section on your torso as it grabs you and brings you up, drops you on the deck.
I mean, does it need to be covered in slime? Like,
Like, it's a little too descriptive. Ugh.
Malador.
What's up?
Where
I feel better now.
would- Oh, great. Where would Ryle be?
Not a damn clue. Why?
Because I want to try. He would know how to get his hands on some decent weapons and.
Oh, I got
probably-
you. Why didn't you just ask? All right, Gladys, let's go to the weed guy.
Oh
The
no.
weed guy.
Trust me, you'll love this.
I don't know. I don't love this currently.
So
So
you're going on a drug run now?
You guys might want to go into the ship. It gets kind of hectic up here when I'm flying.
Okay.
Or
All right. So,
it lets it, do its thing and
So-
yeah,
yeah. So Malador, you're going to hear Charlie.
Charlie. Yes, please.
I need dex saves from all of you, please.
Can I hover 5 feet above this slime?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Move your hand.
I hate this. This dice. My dice is not it right now.
No, Malador, you're fine. You're sitting down.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, thank God, because it was a 2.
You're in your chair.
I got a 22.
Garrison, you didn't need one because
Oh,
you're
okay.
hovering.
Can I
Merida,
take 22?
what did you get?
3.
Steven.
18.
Okay. So, Steven, you're able to grab onto whatever it is you're able to grab onto. Up here on the deck, there's no like flag stand or there's nothing up here. It is just the slick surface, like a boat. It's just the edges and the floor. And then the chair that Malador sits in. There's not really a whole lot to grab onto up here, but Steven, you're able to grab onto the rails. Garrison, you hover above, and with your speed, you're able to keep right up with it. But it jerks forward and just it starts to fly. And Merida just tumbles backwards.
Of course
I forgot how finicky she was. My bad.
Yeah. Let's see. Give me a second here.
hate you.
Yeah, Malador, give me another dex save, please. Because she is tumbling right toward you.
Me? Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 12.
Okay. So, Merida, you lose your footing instantly and just start rolling and rolling through this slime.
Can I catch her?
Yeah. So you don't really catch her. She lands right on you in the chair.
That's what I want to happen.
And as I've described before, this chair isn't exactly bolted. So as she lands on you, you guys both hit the deck and then flop right back up. As she rolls off your waist or off your lap back onto the deck floor.
You all right?
Ah!
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Give a lady a fair warning next time.
I tried to, but then we started going. I'm sorry. I'll remember next time. I'm gonna get more chairs installed.
And Garrison, what happened was you, when it lunged forward, you were hovering, so you were fine. But it just like the ship kind of just left, and then you had to use your full speed to catch back up. But you didn't tumble or anything because you were off the surface. But once it shot forward, you were just like, oh shit! It just had to blast off to catch up to it. And I mean, it's going quicker than you. It's shooting through the sky. You guys, like, everything is kind of like blurring with how quick this thing is flying.
Yeah.
but you're able to stabilize. And eventually it does come to a jerking halt.
I'm gonna
Which-
help Merida up off the floor.
Yeah. Which at this point, she kind of gets up to her feet. It gets to a halt and she face plants the ground again.
Just
That
leave
one was your fault.
here.
And Garrison, with how you're moving, when it comes to a screeching halt, you just kind of keep going for a little bit until you reach the front of the ship. Like, oh, we stopped.
Next time we'll just have to like heatherline him, like anchor. So
Right? But yes,
Well, that's not a good idea because if it stops,
yeah. But Gladys does lower back down, and you are. I mean, when she lowers back down, you guys are still a good 30 feet off the ground, but she is as low as she can go without actually touching down.
all right. Who wants to go inside? Merida, you'd love this place.
just leave me here.
So you guys are in the rich district. You can as you're looking over the edge, you guys can see the inn. You can see above the buildings, to the field behind the inn. Remember, the tree is not there in this one, but it is a wide open field back there. So it does bring back the memory of the alternate timeline that you were in, because there's the inn right there, and you look out to it's just the grassy field. You see the river and you see the field, but there's no tree back there. And this field obviously is not blown up into a massive hole. And as you look around, it's just these like 3-story like condo cube looking buildings. That's all that's here. And Malador, you know which one to go into.
All right, Garrison, you coming?
Yep.
Anyone else?
I'll go.
All right.
Okay.
Gladys, please pick us up and put us on the ground, please.
Fine. I will take myself.
It just grabs Steven, Garrison, Merida. Like before, it just
Plop, plop.
plops you down onto the ground.
I'm gonna need a damn shower after this bowl.
Thank you, Gladys. We'll be right back.
Ugh.
I'll be
Before I leave Gladys, I'm just gonna
Shake off. It's just that 1 foot section of your torso is just matted fur with just this nasty film.
Malador is gonna go lead the group into his place.
Now remember, this is nondescript. There was no sign outside.
Right.
But Malador opens up this door, and once again you walk into just kind of what it's a smoke shop essentially. You guys walk in, and it's a long bar, and you would expect alcohol to be on the back of it. There is some beer back there, but you walk in and it's bongs and hookahs and pieces and just Merida's magic shop when you walk in here. He broke your bowl on the ship, and this is where he bought your new one. You walk and it's just Merida's Paradise is in here, and just the smell of weed is so potent in this. If your character doesn't normally smoke, it would be an immediate high.
Secondhand. Secondhand high.
Garrison.
hold on.
Garrison on drugs.
There's no
Me and Garrison on drugs.
Yes. So, I mean, Steven, you walk in and it's just like that instant, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Like, yeah. Just that inspiration immediately. Like, oh, this is great, as your eyes go cross-eyed. Garrison, it doesn't affect you very much.
Yeah, because you're dead.
Vampire.
undead.
Is it because I'm not breathing?
It's because you're not breathing. Who'da thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it? So I
yes.
can go underwater. Ha ha!
But
He purposely takes a deep inhale.
Just, it doesn't affect me. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. Only when he takes the breath in, there's no noise. Like with us, when we go, you can hear it. With him, it's hollow. There's nothing. He's not taking in anything. He's not exhaling anything. It's just he's just going through the motion, but there's nothing there. You don't. Your lungs no longer inflate to pull the air in, so there's no noise. It's just the motion.
Someone get this man an edible.
But you guys do. Malador, Charlie is there. The older gentleman, short hair, just white dude, human, scrawny looking. You guys all recognize him from the ship, except for Steven. But Garrison, Merida, you guys recognize him from the ship. You saw him on the first time. Hey, you brought friends. Malador, we talked about this.
Yeah, I know, but they're gonna give you good money, trust.
I mean, for this part, right?
Yeah, other part, you know.
Ugh.
They're trusted. And
That's what I thought you were.
Yeah, and guess what? Yeah, guess what? Your ass could be dead right now because I saved your ass. Viper was gonna kill your ass for you telling me.
How did? You know what? Never mind. Right this way. Come on. And he just like very, very flustered and frustrated. Just like turns off, toward a wall. Like there's no door. He goes off toward a wall. And you see him look at a young lady behind the counter. Shut the place down. Come on. And she immediately goes out from behind the counter, goes to the front door and shuts it. Locks it. And it's not a normal lock where it's just a lock on a doorknob. She grabs a bar and puts it down in front of the door.
Told you, Garrison. Nudges him in the side.
And you see him do this on the wall and then pushes in a part of it. And a part of the wall sinks in and opens. I hate you, Malador.
I love you, Charlie.
He just walks in. Come on, let's go.
Merida will scurry behind.
I'll head in there.
Okay.
Nope.
You guys walk into this room, and Garrison, for you especially, this is your paradise. It is axes and swords and glaives and just like these weird which I can describe to you guys. I mean, they would be guns, but they're not your traditional like pistols and shotguns. They look very alien and archetype. Something that none of your characters have ever seen before, other than Malador, because he's been in this room.
Yeah.
But just there's the traditional, for you, Garrison, very, very like beautiful weaponry and armor and everything on here, and then just these weird contraptions. You see many catapults that are on a table, which weren't here the last time you were here, Malador. So he's definitely added some. They're not the giant catapults that you would take like to a war where they'd be at a distance and shot. They're these mini ones that are only about this big. But they're sitting on a table, and they have the two wheels, and then mounted to the back and the catapult contraption. And then just other, you see one on there. It's about this big and it's about that wide, and it's just this cylinder type shape here, and then it has a hook that comes up this way, and then it looks like a little needle that comes down right here. And then there's a handle on the bottom of it with what looks like a trigger. That's the weirdest thing that you see in this room, and that's mounted up on a wall. And then there's a big version of it, and then there's tiny versions of it that circle around it on the wall.
Hey, Charlie, what is that?
What
You know, I
happened?
don't really know. That was given to me.
Want to test it?
The big one was given to me, and then I decided to try and remake it which is where all those little ones are. And I don't know if I did it correctly because I don't even know how the big one was made. But you know, I get high and just start building
Oh,
shit.
sure. Yeah, I believe it.
I don't want to test that in here, and listen, you buy it, you go test it.
Okay.
That's up to you.
How much is the
Okay. The big one in the middle there,
big? Yeah.
2,500 gold. The little ones I'll let go for 1,000 each, and there's 6 of them. And I said the big one is about that long. The little ones are literally about like that. They've got the same hook and the same trigger and the same point, but they're literally about that big.
All right, maybe we'll wait on those. What kind of guns you have?
Oh, that's it
Oh,
for like the weird like alien type guns.
yeah. What about the other ones? Like just regular, smegular. None. Okay.
Just those.
Calder would know a place where they sell like actual ones, though, right?
This is the place that you were sent. Go see Charlie is what you were told.
Yeah, right.
What you do. So yeah, there's the swords and okay. So Garrison, actually, what you're going to spot as well is these about 6-inch tall, like Wally-looking robots. You guys know Wally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like these Wally-looking robots. And again, Garrison would recognize this, like in a military formation, like platoons of just there's 15 here and 15 here and 15 here, and they're just these little 6-inch tall little robots, built just like Wally, wheels on the bottom, like tractor wheels on the bottom, and the rectangular heads and eyes, and just holding these little what look like cattle prods, but holding it with 2 hands like this and just stationary.
Interesting. What are these? I say to Charlie.
Oh, these are these are one-time use robotic explosives, essentially. What you do, and he shows you, he points at the head, says you hit this button on the top right here, and once you hear a click, it's gonna start rolling in whatever direction you have it pointed in. And I would be away as far as possible, because after about
Attack
10
Roomba.
after about 10 seconds, it's gonna explode, and it the essential function of these is they emit an electromagnetic pulse, and essentially it disables anything that relies on the energy of nature. It dispels any magic, and it doesn't allow any magic within the field while it's on.
How long does the field last?
Roughly a minute.
Attack Roomba. It sucks up all the magical energy.
So in combat, it would be 10 rounds. But
Yeah.
out of combat, it's kind of like a quick getaway.
Do you have any alchemist flasks?
Are you talking just like the empty flasks?
No, like the actual, like, it's fire damage when it explodes.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yes, he does actually. Yeah, you'll
Essentially,
see all.
like a napalm grenade,
Yes. Yep. You'll see them in all manner. They actually look like grenades, and then they actually look like just glass bottles with fire just bouncing around inside of it. Kind of like, you guys remember Flare. You remember the glass container that Flare came in, where the magic was, where the little beads of light were bouncing around inside of it
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah.
Malador decided to let him out. You see a bunch of those, and the beads are all orange. And then you see a cluster of those, and then you see what looks like actual grenades.
How much for the alchemist flasks?
I believe those are 50 gold apiece.
Okay.
So how many would you like, sir?
I would like 2, please.
Pick them up. Add them to your inventory if it allows you.
Yeah. And I will subtract that from my gold. So that'll be
Alright.
10 platinum, right? Because 1 platinum's 10 gold.
Yes.
Maldor's gonna look to Charlie's, be like, "Hey, remember the sword I bought from you? And I said I was gonna get it enchanted by Viper.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Shing. The light shines.
Accidentally pulls out his dick.
Fair anymore.
He just like his expression is completely blank, and he then and this big cluster of smoke comes out and fills the room. I gotta be honest, man. I don't remember what you're talking about. But that looks awesome.
Do you have any
Pass that
spell
shit.
scrolls or enchanted weapons?
And he's staring at Malador and then just kind of side eyes over to you as you can clearly tell he's holding his breath. He just
It's a no for both.
and another big no. The only paper I have around here is what I roll with out there. Can we go now? Listen, I have a business to run, and the longer you're in here, the longer I have to keep this closed.
Yeah, we're good.
How much did you say for the robot?
The little robots, those are 500 gold apiece.
What about 100?
No.
Let me do this.
That is horrible negotiation.
No.
I'm the one who rolls a 23 on minimum persuasion roll. Let me do the.
Steven, did you want anything from this room?
More of the good stuff.
Yeah, you totally want one of those robots. Sure.
What are you looking for?
Robot.
You looking to get one of the robots?
No. Nah.
Okay.
What's something that will make the whole party happy?
Something that identifies items.
Oh,
He said
that's
he didn't have any magic items.
we
You're
have
not gonna
doors.
find any of that here.
Do
He doesn't deal in magical items per se. It's more just weaponry. Yeah, I mean the robots are the anti-magic field basically, but that's the
Yeah.
only magic really that he deals with in here.
How much did you pay for those bombs, Garrison?
Total of 100 gold.
50 apiece
Yeah, 50
for
apiece.
the alchemist.
And
flask.
they're flames, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you throw them and it's fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy.
Which is
I'm
is
gonna buy
weird
2.
that Garrison has something that creates fire, but you know.
Well, in my mind, it's for when I face the redhead again. You know.
You said
Fair
50, right?
Yes, 50 apiece. You buying 2 of them?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, go ahead and add those. Obviously, the robots and the guns would not be able to be added. I would have to add those to your inventory myself, if you were to buy them. But yeah, he is going to if you guys are done, he's going to very quickly usher you out of this room.
Yeah.
And as you all get out, the door slams behind, replaces, the button pops out. All right. Go ahead, open back up, Anna. Come on. And she goes over and picks the bar up, opens up the door, and as she opens up the door, it's literally like opening up an oven that just finished cooking. It just the smoke comes out of the building.
I'll ask him, like, hey, Charlie, do you know of anybody that would sell spell scrolls or magic weapons? I feel like you would run in the same circles as those people. So.
Yeah, but they don't really come here. That's more. You guys
Here
remember
as
the
in-
ship? You guys remember the ship you came in on, right? So you would find them there, and Salvetti has. You're looking for like an enchanter. Salvetti has one. Gaudium has one. I think there's one. There's a lot of like underground. This time of year, they wouldn't be here. I mean, none of them are gonna come here for the circus. The circus is just for Celebrate. Yeah, I try not to get involved in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no worries.
bullshit.
All right, that's all I needed to know. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Pleasure
Um,
doing business with you.
Absolutely. If you guys are gonna stick around and smoke, feel free. Otherwise, get the hell out of my shop.
Malador,
And
what do you
Malador,
think?
quit bringing strangers for this.
Hey, this is the first time.
Yeah, and I fear it's not the last. Go away.
I promise.
Go away. Go away.
All right, I'll
Go,
see you
go.
later, man.
Wait,
Bye.
Malador,
Love ya.
what kind of product do you typically buy here?
This Maldor pulls out a brick.
Yeah, the
And-
brick.
What exactly is that?
That's the good shit.
Oh my God, is Malador about to get Stephen high for the first time?
Yes,
Are
I
we
am.
really about to
Maldor's
do it?
taking the weed out
Okay.
right now.
Let's do it.
I don't need that. I'm gonna go in there and get some.
Oh my
I,
God.
I got you. I know exactly what you need to buy. Maldor's
Stephen has
gonna
never
walk-
smoked before. This is gonna be
Maldor's just
funny.
gonna grab Steven and drag him back into the store.
Merida, are you gonna indulge? Because she has.
I mean, if he's offering me it.
Okay. Because I mean, you see he pulled out the brick he's talking about is a pound. He pulls it out of his bag, and then you see him drag Steven back into the shop to go buy more.
Goodness.
Charlie! Don't worry,
Why?
we're buying some.
Oh, thank God. Make sure you get a piece with it too. All right. God.
I'll look over to Garrison and be like, "This is going to be interesting, isn't it?"
As you come back in and now you're more focused on the store, you've got all of the pieces that are behind the bar, and then off to the left is a glass case just full of what looks like little samples with name tags on them, just bags of edibles, what looks like candies and cupcakes and brownies and then just fluffy green leaves here and there. Little flowers
Alright.
here and there.
Maldor would obviously know which one's the strongest, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's
whatever
picking
you
the
gotta do.
strongest. The
I
strongest,
got
most expensive everything. And
Alright.
hand it to here. Here you
You
go,
can hit
Steven.
this thing one time and be so stoned you can't move.
That is the goal here.
How much?
Oh man.
How much? Like heavy? How heavy?
How
Well,
much are
you
you
beat it in-
getting?
Yeah.
How much
Malador,
are you
how
getting?
Much do you think I should get?
How much are you gonna? How long are you? Just buy a brick.
Okay, I'll take a
you-
brick.
You're buying a pound for your first time. Okay.
Maldor's
literally-
also high, so
You're buying a fucking pound for your first time. Okay.
He's gonna be like, "Do I bite this?"
He just starts eating it.
Yeah.
This was the edible, right?
This doesn't
like
taste
giving a
very
cat-
good. Okay. So you're going Malador picked the top end, and you're going a pound.
Son of a bitch.
You know that's pricey, right?
How
He's
pricey are we talking?
I don't
about?
think he know it. He wouldn't know.
No, he wouldn't. You're
It's
going.
on
pricey.
that.
You're going top end and a pound. You're looking at 500 gold.
I don't know, man. That seems a little high. Are you sure we can't?
You're
like,
Of
a
course
lower
it's
little
that a
high.
high is not what you're
It's
gonna
high.
be. You're gonna be fucking stupid high. I don't even know if I can have you roll a con save if you start smoking that. Not for
He's
your
trying
gonna
to
be
first
so
time.
him to lower the
stoned, he's
price.
not even gonna be able to move.
I know
He's
he's gonna
trying
be.
to. Oh,
Okay.
he got 23 persuasion.
23. Does that convince him to lower the price?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Business is business, bud.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
When it comes to that kind of drug, you
Hell
cannot.
no. We don't do friend prices here.
Can I cheap out a little bit then?
Yeah, you can go down in the weight if you
Or
want.
like two
Yeah,
steps
go-
down. 2 steps
yeah,
down.
go down in
How
the
much
weight.
was that?
Get an ounce.
Now he's getting an ounce.
It went from a pound to an ounce. That's more than 2 steps down, but okay.
Yeah, Malador is just
a
trying
lot.
to.
Malador's math ain't mathin'.
No.
Malador can't math.
We've already discussed math is difficult.
Here we go again.
Alright, hang on a sec.
That math ain't mathin'.
Math ain't mathin'.
There's
Math
the
ain't
episode
math
title.
unless you can't math.
Yeah, right there, Garrison.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just dying.
Aren't we all?
Right there with bro.
So 500 gold for the pound, 16 ounces in a pound. So you're talking 31 gold for an ounce.
I'll take 2 of those.
Okay, so 62.
2 ounces.
Have fun. Yorick, we're gonna go back to you. So your conversation with your parents after the hug, they would have pretty much ushered you outside for fresh air.
I'm gonna look for Hank first.
He's
Oh,
gonna
he's
need
got-
that water.
Yeah, he's going to get water for his smoke. Yeah, you as you're going down the stairs, Hank is literally like on one of the plates of food that your father had prepared, but you don't see him, you hear him because he's underneath a heavy crock pot dish with a brick on top of it,
No.
and you just hear him
I'm gonna go
just
rescue.
okay. So as you move it, there's like potatoes and collard greens and just splattered everywhere and matted into his fur.
This is what
And
happens
just
when you leave an animal.
and he immediately leaps up onto your arm and crawls up onto your shoulder. So this food is just splattering up your robe.
Poor thing.
But your robe does not keep anything on it, so it just slides off like the resistant windshields, just drips off as Hank just shakes himself clean. That's so weird. Okay, you have some odd friends, son. That's okay.
I know.
On your way outside.
Cameron, you never answered my question, and
No, because I really don't have to.
So
okay.
after I make sure that Hank's all
'Cause
right,
no,
I'm gonna. I just.
I know that Jake. I know that wasn't really well explained, but that's just
I understand.
to answer your question.
Figure it
No,
out.
it really is just a seasonal thing,
Okay, I got you.
which you wouldn't have known. I get that part, which
Right,
is why
'cause it-
I understand.
'cause-
Yeah, I know. I got you.
So
But yes, York.
Oh, I was going to ask my parents about. You said my brother was also here.
And so as you guys are exiting, you ask that question. You see your mother's face kind of light up, And as she exits the Crook house, you see the mask come back on. She turns back into the blonde, shorter human. Just as she's walking out the door. Yeah, we didn't tell him, did we? And at this time, again with fucking passive. I hate your passive perception. I really do.
I can
So at the same.
Make me roll.
At the same, well, no, on this one I don't have to. That's the point of passive. So at the same time that you're watching her transform back into the human, and then she says, "We didn't tell him." So you see that look of concern again. Out of your side eye, you see what looks like this, like fuzzy, static flash. And in that fuzzy static flash, you see the other Yorick. Xander. In this one, it's just Yorick. In this one, it's just Xander. In the third one, they're meeting up, clanging swords. Still quarreling. Still quarreling. And you just see them every few seconds. And every single one, they're hitting swords, or Xander is on the ground, or Yorick is on the ground, and they're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And your parents don't seem to notice this because your mom just starts talking about how during their adventures, another son, your younger brother, ended up being born, and they didn't know how to get a hold of you to tell you that it happened, and it'd been years, and he's back at home being safely taken care of while they ventured out to, and all these words are kind of like wah, 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 in the background. You hear them, but you don't really hear them because your attention is being turned toward these just static, weird flashes. And the final one, after several minutes of watching this happen, and they don't seem to like travel down the street so that you have to follow them. They happen like right here, just after several minutes of your mother talking and just explaining this, and just the final flash, you see the other Yorick on the ground, and Xander going down on him with a knife, and like basically pulling that scene in Saving Private Ryan, just that slow cut into the chest.
Different verbiage next time, Cameron.
Well, safe to say, other me is Buck.
And then the flashes stop. What was wrong with that verbiage?
He's fucked either way. You're going down on him with a knife.
Damn it. On a scale from 1 to 10.
And my friend, you're fucked.
Fucked. Thank you.
Well, that's
Respect.
That's unfortunate.
And through all of this, the muffle stops, and she's, so he's 5 years old now, and he's been wanting to meet you the entire time. We've talked about you a little bit, but we didn't want to get his hopes up because we didn't know where you were, and we didn't know if we were ever going to find you again, if you were like lost on some dig, or like your dad's gotten lost in a cave before. And are you, honey? Are you listening to me?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
You seem kind of, and she looks back at your dad, and your dad is pulling the. What? Huh? What? Yes, of course we were listening, right? We were listening. What was she saying?
Goodness.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh God, and like she just starts to walk, like if, whatever. You two just bye. She just starts walking off.
Your mom is tired of your shit.
Like father, like son, I guess.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know what her problem is. I listen to her all the time. I just don't hear.
That is definitely a man thing to say.
100%.
You seemed like you kind of got lost there for a I mean, what happened? You were really focused on something there for a second.
I
Damn it. now I'm
believe
stuck
I
in my
saw
head.
I saw flashes of the alternate timeline that we were thrown in.
Can you recall it?
It was just flashes of the other me and
Hang on. Let me show you something. And he's gonna walk up to your right. He's gonna put his left hand on your shoulder, and he's gonna put his right hand right up here. Concentrate. And he puts his hand up in the air. He says, "Put your hand up." And he's gonna draw just like kind of like a half moon symbol in the sky and lunge his hand forward. And as you do it, his contact with you allows you to do this. What you do is you end up casting not really a spell, more of a feature that's hereditary from your father. But as you lunge your hand forward with his, you essentially cast what I call memory recall, and just all of a sudden the flashes in the same order that you saw them before, they start flashing out again. And this time he can see them. What is this? Why are you seeing this?
well,
Why does that look like you?
that's me from the other timeline or from this other reality.
Who is he fighting?
He's fighting a guy named Xander.
His face just pales out. And right as you say Xander, he says it with you. But he says it in that like Xander.
Yeah.
He just literally like his hand lifts off of your shoulder, the flashes go away, and he just takes a step back and another step back.
You've got to show me how to do that.
How? When did you get involved with Xander?
Well,
He's just like he's continuing to walk back little steps. He's like creating distance between you and him.
You remember the protection that we hired when Brock and I went.
Trock knows Xander too?
Well, yes, he does.
Excuse me. And he's he's gonna run. He's just like gonna start picking up his pace, running forward now, but he's gonna arc around you in like the widest of turns and start trying to catch up to your mother.
Plot twist: Xander is the name of your little brother.
Awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
And after he like creates some distance between you two, and then you start hearing, honey, we need to go.
Did you do?
Ruh-roh.
Not what I did. It's what
I didn't.
We're
do
all
it.
from different timelines.
it's just it's what Xander's done.
All right.
Ah, shit.
Come on. Headline.
Well, Here we go. I'm going to go back to the Crook House and start studying more of my book.
Okay.
Really? You're just gonna leave that at like that? Like parents
Yeah.
are just running away from you? Like, all right, we gotta go. Like,
Gotta go now.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go read.
Yeah.
They're weird. Their
It's
mom
probably
and
nothing
dad.
important. You know.
I have a secret brother who's 5 years old who wants to meet me, but I'm gonna go read.
This
He
guy.
didn't hear none of that. He
I
just
have
said
a
he
brother
was
I've
focused
never.
on
I
other
have a
stuff.
right. I have a brother I've never met that wants to meet me, and all of a sudden my parents know who Xander is, and he's scared. But whatever, I'll go read. Parents are weird.
There's method of madness.
There's a madness to your method. It's okay. What specifically are you trying to study? Is it just your usual scroll through, or are you looking for something specific?
I'm gonna flip to the page that had the question marks on it, like in the
Summoner section?
Yeah, summoning section.
Okay.
I'm gonna study up on that.
Okay. You have the components to do it.
I'm gonna
So
study first before trying to cast it.
Well, the thing is, there's no real studying. The only description that you have is it's literally like a question mark that looks ethereal, and then the components underneath it, and the ritual to cast it. That's all there is.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that then.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm
Wait.
gonna.
So he can kill all of us.
Exactly.
He's gonna cast an unknown at the wrong time.
Here, guys.
All
Let
right.
me.
Okay, so Merida, Malador, and Steven, you three are now toasted. Malador, for as much as your character has smoked throughout your life, you and Charlie going bowl for bowl, and now you're
Oh, yeah.
smoking up someone brand new, and Merida's joining in. There's
Oh yeah.
So Garrison, you are now the only sober member of this group.
Wait.
What
Yep.
would you like to do? As the rest of them are coughing and eating and drinking and they're laughing. They're fucking
That's fucked up.
uncontrollably, most of it.
Well, you guys are pretty much out of commission for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go do some investigation. Maybe look into something. Of all the major shit that's happened to us. Malador, didn't your dad say to find your mom? Where was she? Gaudium?
What?
Yeah. We should work on
Merida's
that.
gonna flop her head back and be like, "Yep."
Yeah. All right. Well, when you guys are done here, I will meet you at the Crook House.
Yeah.
Or
As
Garrison.
as Steven and Merida both face fuck some fish platters and continue to smoke and
Wait,
smoke and
I'm
smoke some more.
going to give my 2 ounces to Malador.
Oh fuck yeah! I'll take more.
And then can I cast Lesser Restoration on myself to be not stoned?
At this point, you don't even know what casting is.
Okay, fair enough.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
So, what number can I add to this 512 of good stuff?
How about donating to the less fortunate?
Well, if you all you had to do is ask. I'll give her half. I'll give Merida half.
Okay.
That's a lot. Yeah. That was essentially uses was 512. That's a fucking lot. But okay. Garrison, as you exit the shop.
Oh, it's just from my brick. I need to know what
Yeah.
to add on to it.
Yeah, because he gave you the rest of the 2. Well, I mean, we'll talk about that because
Just
again,
give me a number.
if he's stoned to the point where he doesn't know how to cast spells, I don't even know if he would know how to hand you the rest of the weed. So we'll talk about that because he's like mentally just
Just go to sleep,
not.
y'all. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, he's just done. So we'll talk about whether or not he actually gave you his stuff. Right. So Garrison, as you exit the shop, Gladys is still hovering there. And I'm assuming you want nothing to do with the ship.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
So what direction are you trying to go? Because you said you want to investigate further into what has happened or what could happen or what your next step would be. So where are you trying to go?
I'm gonna go. Try to recall. My only lead for me personally was Siri, as to the Death Sword and all that.
Yep.
So that's literally dead. That trail is dead and stuffed in a duffel bag.
Which you're the only one that knows about, kind of.
Yep.
But
So I have to try. I'm just gonna retrace my steps, basically. I know it's been 6 months, but so I want to go to the rooftop where I saw Siri.
Okay.
To the place where I killed the Death Sword. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to like see if I can like get a scent on a trail, basically. You know.
So where you killed, I think that was right outside the Crank and Yank, right?
It was right outside the Crank and Yank. Yep. The tree behind it, right? There was a river. Yep.
Yep. You had gone out and targeted. And then the rooftop that you saw Siri, where you weren't interested, was in the next district over. So the mid is where you killed the Deathsworn.
Yeah.
The poor district is where you got up on the roof and you saw her, but you didn't pay attention to her because you were trying to do that cool entrance.
Yeah. Superhero landing. Yep.
Yes, the superhero landing, which worked if I recall.
It did. It did.
Do you fucking mind? I'm on drugs. That's nice. I like that. So as you are attempting to retrace your steps, you're basically like focusing on the trail. Like, okay, there's the building, and you're heading over into the alley where it first happened, and then just these weird white static flashes. What it basically looks like little lightning strikes, but they're not coming from the sky. They're just appearing in front of you. And I mean, as you're approaching the building and approaching the alley, there's people sitting at tables drinking tea and coffee, and there's doors to buildings that are open. And the damage from the alternate timeline obviously isn't here, so everything is like very stable and still working. And the you hear all the noise and chatter and weird shit from the Crank and Yang building, and people coming in and out of there. And these flashes just start, and what you're immediately able to notice is no one else is noticing these. No one's looking up and like, oh my god, what are those? It's just, it appears to just be for you. And in yours, you see the other Garrison. And then you see Xander. And then, just like his, they get closer and closer together until they're crossing swords. And you knew that your other Garrison was not a fighter like you.
He was a caster.
They were a caster. So it's sword to sword, which is very weird, but it's immediately like it's not like his was where it was a few flashes before he started getting overrun. You see the swords clash, and then he immediately starts getting overrun by Xander, and then a flash over here where he's trying to draw something and cast. And then another flash where Xander's on the ground, and another one where yours is running toward him, and then swords clash again. But in the end, same fate.
How does Xander look?
Make a perception check, because these are very, very quick and they're pixelated, if you will.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if he had any type of damage from the explosion. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
Okay, so you start like kind of focusing in, not really sure how long where these flashes are coming from or how long they're going to happen. You start focusing in on the condition of Xander, starting to see that like he was hit by a spell from the other garrison and he went down onto the ground, and maybe that caused a little bit of damage, and then immediately you start seeing the other garrison be overrun. He does appear to have sustained heavy damage from something.
Yeah.
The right side of his face, the right side silhouette, part of that blonde hair that went down to his shoulders is like burnt off and singed. The right side of his face looks like heavily charred and scarred. And then the plate mail armor that he was wearing, that was like that bright polished silver, is now blackened and charred. When you saw him fight before, he was definitely like heavy right. He was definitely like heavy-handed on his right side. As he's battling with the other garrison, you notice that it's all left swings.
Yeah.
So definitely, basically from head to at least the right arm, you can see that he sustained damage somewhere.
So I'm assuming he survived Antelon's explosion. Is what I'm trying
But
to discern.
at the end of these flashes,
Yep.
you see Garrison meet the same fate.
Yeah.
Damn, we're just getting our asses handed to us.
Yep. Yep. Looks like Xander's pissed. He's hunting us down. Now, is it like in the movie The One, where my other alternate self dies, I get a little stronger, a little faster? You know, you ever watch that Jet Li movie?
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's you know, it's called
Yes
One.
and
You know,
no.
all the alternate versions, he like goes crazy, starts killing them all so he can become stronger. So
Yeah, no. You don't feel any weaker though, if that's any consolation.
it's I mean it's something, I guess. Yeah. So
Yes, then the flashes stop and fade away.
like, well, I mean, I'd go back and tell them, but they're not gonna fucking remember or even listen. So I'll wait.
Oh, come on. What made you say that?
Yeah.
Our mental state, probably.
No way. Come on.
But
You guys are perfectly perfect right now.
yeah. So I'm gonna put a pin in that, and I'm gonna continue with my investigation, and then I'm planning on going back to the Crookhouse in the thought process, so that you know, unless I find something, but I mean, it's been 6 months, so I doubt it. But
Yeah, we could totally do a time skip.
Head back to the Crookhouse to meet up with everybody. I'm assuming everyone's gonna meet up back there. That's the central point that we all know. So.
Okay. Is that where everyone wants to go? Is back to the Crookhouse?
Yeah.
That works.
Okay.
Yep.
With the ship. Don't want to forget that.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, Steven and Merida being as high as they are, they wouldn't be able to say no to Gladys. So
No.
I'm assuming Malador would go out and be like, pick us all up, and then just that slime-coated shit again. Only this time, because you guys are high, she would drop Malador down. She would drop Malador down on the deck of the ship in order to control the navigation, but she would hold Steven and Merida up in the air, like straight up in the air as you guys are high as shit as she's flying through.
Or it's not a good idea to operate heavy machinery while under the influence.
That's why she operates herself.
She does.
It's not good to operate heavy machinery. Warning, do not operate heavy machinery while you are under the influence. We do not condone being high and operating heavy machinery.
No.
I can't. I don't want to watch that back.
Right. Fuck it. Give me the forklift.
But yeah, you two are now just being suspended in the air. Roughly like 20 feet higher up in the air. So she's hovering about 20 feet in the air, and then you guys are being held another 20 feet in the air, and she's just blasting off as the wind is pushing through. And Malador, you're down on the deck of the ship, sitting in the chair to operate it, as you're looking up and watching them just. Yeah.
Gladys, grab them and hold them secure. Do your nose.
Oh no, she is. They're straight up in the air. As you guys
so
are
the
flying.
tentacles are in their nose and whatnot?
Yeah. Yep. So the giant tentacles are wrapped around, and then the little antennas are up the nose and in the ears to keep them secure and suspended. You two, I mean, even though you're high as shit, you feel oddly connected to the ship. Yeah, and Malador, you notice this as Merida is saying "we." The whole ship of Gladys is actually like vibrating as she's saying "we" up in the air, just like it's feeding off of her energy because she's now connected to the ship.
Awesome. That's what I wanted for the ship. I wanted it to be for all of us.
Yeah.
I thought it was horsepower and not panda power.
Oh.
It's now panda and goat power. Yes. So Garrison, as you're doing your investigation, you come out. I mean, you didn't find anything down the alley, but you knew that.
Yeah.
As you're coming out of the alley near the Crank and Yank, you see Gladys flying by with Steven and Malador, or Steven and Merida, like suspended 20 feet up in the air from these giant blackish. No, you guys are going by way too quick. But he just watches you go, and you just see them up in the air being suspended by these giant tentacles as it just flies by toward the Crook House.
You need to accept the ship, Garrison.
So
No.
I would, as you said, you're heading back to the Crook House. So
yeah.
Yorick, pretty much before you can even, I mean, you went back to the Crook House anyway, but as you're starting to study the book and you're looking at this question mark and really intrigued by it and not sure when you want to do that or not, you hear just get closer and closer to the Crook House until all of a sudden the and then no, it just stops and then lowers to the and then as the tentacles slowly start to drop down and put you and Steven on the ground.
Guys, let's go roller coasters.
Oh, the roller coasters are not operational at the moment.
Dang it.
I mean, you guys just essentially rode one. Oh, yes. So
I want to go over and pet the tentacle and be like, thank you. And then walk away.
It just kind of like whips. And the front part of the Crook House is just splattered. And then it curls back up onto the ship.
Okay, bye.
And Yorick, you being inside the building, from inside clearly on the wall that makes the Crook House, you just hear from inside the building. Like water, like 100 water balloons just hit at the same time.
Merida's gonna come into the Crook House, see that Yorick is confused by the squish, and all of a sudden she's gonna go, couldn't help myself. Sorry. And then she's gonna go sit down at the bar.
Yeah. She opens the door on the inside, and and now the the outside of the door is now on the inside of the building, and you can just see the slime coat slowly start to drop down.
Couldn't help myself. Sorry.
I
Malador just is looking at her confused as well, like,
I could go for some food.
And Garrison, you will arrive very shortly after.
are we all still really intoxicated or no?
Oh yeah.
So Malador is, how is he doing? Can he function?
It's
It has been a while, and he is used to that kind of stuff.
it has not been a while at all, man.
Oh, okay,
It doesn't take her long to travel.
right.
It's been maybe an hour, maybe.
Okay.
And listen, I've been high before for like 8.
Yeah, 100%.
I have fallen asleep and woken up still high.
There you go. So an hour isn't
Yeah.
shit.
I've-
Now, did the crazy spike that sent you guys into retardation slip away? Yes.
Mhm.
But you're still at that level of high.
Right. Okay. So I can function
Yes.
and memorize things.
Memorize? No. Function? Yes.
Does that mean I
Okay.
can cast spells now?
Give me a con save.
Oh,
Now
boy.
I will let you roll it.
Yeah, cast it on all of us if you can.
13.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yay!
So, Steven, you somehow managed to cast lesser restoration on yourself, and you are now completely sober.
Yippee!
You go back to your normal, boring
Bless you.
self.
I hate my life.
Steven, is that a component spell?
No.
What level is lesser?
Second.
That is a component spell.
It doesn't have components.
Is it just voice?
It's voice and somatic.
Okay, so you have to. Yeah, gotcha.
You should cast it on all of us.
I don't know.
All right.
But I'm gonna give Malador the 2 ounces now.
Okay.
All right.
Now
What's
that
the number?
So now that you're sober, you're like, fuck this.
I don't ever want to do this again.
It'd be another. You'd add 32 more uses.
Okay.
So guys, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but get some bad news.
What
What?
happened?
What?
I think Xander's still alive.
That
I saw,
Great.
is
I saw
horrifying.
some flashes, some visions of him battling my alternate self.
You too?
Yeah, it didn't turn out too good for alternate me.
Same here.
That's a bit horrifying.
You
Yeah.
know, as soon as he gets done with alternate us, he's gonna come straight for normal us.
You
Eventually.
didn't have to say it.
We need to like group up, get a plan going.
I think we should blow him up.
That didn't work the first time. Why would it work the second time?
Obviously failed.
No,
Yeah,
like
he looked pretty
blow him
good,
up
but
with an even bigger bomb.
That's gonna like
I don't
level the whole
know
city.
if we
We
need a
do
bigger
not
That's why we
bomb.
don't fight him in the city.
How do you suppose we lure him?
You know,
He wants us, right? He'll come find us.
if you would just let me take Lyle with us, we could have had Lyle mail a
Shut the
bomb.
fuck
to
up!
him.
No one cares about Lyle.
We could have mailed a bomb to him. That would have solved all
Yeah,
our
Yeah,
problems.
we're gonna mail a bomb to. What kind of
I-
sense do you even get from that?
Pigeons. They carry things. They can carry a bomb.
Not
I mean,
me.
I don't even know how this is happening, but I'm agreeing with Malador. Like, why do you think that would make sense? Like,
What the fuck?
It'd be pretty cool.
Harrison? How would you like to suck my balls?
It's a 1 in a million, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens. I can't
And like,
believe I'm
imagine
actually
you
doing
just
this.
like
Even a
got
broken clock.
carrier pigeon, and you open up that letter, and then the whole city block just gets leveled. Like,
This isn't Breaking Bad.
Biological warfare.
Yeah, let's
Fentanyl dust.
yeah, let's not go with the domestic terrorism route.
Like I said, he wants us, he'll come to us.
well, where do we meet him?
Hey, but for once he's right.
Yeah, I think
And I have pretty damn good ideas when I'm high.
we should probably get out of Coast City for a little while.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
we really need to go Guardian.
But I swear that
What if we go to Relictus?
Fuck that. You want to
They
die
hate him as much
now?
as we do.
Do you want to die now?
You got to remember that I was sent here by Relictus.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
if you see me, we're all
wanted by
smoked.
Relictus, so
Hey, if Trock didn't want to kill you guys, then why would Relictus?
Truck. I don't know.
we
I mean,
don't
I literally broke out of jail in Relictus, so they probably aren't going to be too keen to me just walking in the front door.
I say we go
Also,
to
fuck them. Like,
How about
it's a whole
Iowa?
slave labor camp? Like,
Well, it's Ro. Ro's an amazing fighter. You know that.
I do know that.
If we could get Ro and Trock on our side, that would like better our odds a lot.
And how do you expect us to do that, Mr. Goatman?
I mean,
I was sent here to deal with Xander and the Brotherhood.
I could also
I could also talk to Trock as well.
And it looks
cool.
like we have a plan. I say we split up.
No, for the love of God, guys.
God,
All right,
Eddie,
here's
God.
the thing. All of the visions that, I mean, my vision, my guy was alone. I'm assuming your guy was alone.
yeah.
Yeah. So seems to stand a chance that we would fight Xander if he appears if we're together.
better
Right.
not to split up.
Yeah.
All right, then
What's
Relictus
going on?
first.
No,
should we
we're
go
gonna
to-
go to Gaudium.
Well,
Got him? I agree.
I've got a theory that I want to test first.
Here we go.
Oh God. If you even try to take that book out, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
Here we go.
Does have teleporting capabilities.
No, absolutely.
no.
Not again, dearie.
No.
I want to try teleporting myself to a piece of the book. Like take a page out of it, have one of you guys hold on to it, and see if my book can teleport me to that page.
Like on the page, like enter the book world, or
Why would the
just,
book
No.
teleport
On-
it to its own
like-
page?
or just like I'm gonna stand on top of this page.
More like a
Gateway.
kind of like a gateway. So,
Has
If one
I'm
of you
too high for this shit.
has the book shown any way of teleporting itself to itself before?
it has teleported itself away and left me with a page, and then later on teleported back to the page. So
Okay. I don't know if we should try that right now. We just got back to this reality. I really want to stay in here for a while.
Got the point, dearie.
Plus, we got bigger things on our hands. If we go to a different realm, who fucking knows what's there? Oh, by the way, the ship told me that she could travel through realms. I don't know if that's anything to y'all.
Huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So, guys, I think we should stock up, get some rest, and we're gonna head to Gaudium like tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think we should go now.
If
Indoor like
you
this.
truly do want to try that teleporting thing, York, we should do it when we're over the desert. Because I don't think we should do it while we're in Coast City anymore. We should just get out of here.
So
Okay.
everyone on the ship.
I said tomorrow. Let's get some
I
rest.
mean,
here.
it's still like early, just so you guys are aware. It did not take you long to get to go see Charlie. You guys, the three of them were high for about an hour, and now you're back at the Crook House. So it's, I mean, it's
It's
I mean,
maybe
we did
probably-
just stock up. I think we should
probably
go
like
now.
9-10 o'clock in the morning, maybe. So you still have all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I more so because they're all fucked up. So I was gonna give them
And all three of them of their
I mean,
time to
high.
sober
okay,
up.
thank you.
Let them sober up and try again. And
Well,
Okay.
Steven just cured us from
Yeah, I
hunger.
cast lesser restoration on both of them.
Okay. So yep,
Okay.
they go from high to completely sober as if it never happened.
that's depressing.
Life back to
Really is depressing.
Yeah, all your
So York, is that a deal
Oh.
for your experiment that you want to try?
I don't like this.
I can agree with that. I mean, I try a short. Once we're out there, I can try a short distance teleport just to see if it works.
Yeah.
Because then there's less chance of me either shooting or and getting dropped into who knows where.
Yeah. Oh,
Keep
actually,
me out of it. I'm staying in the ship.
we should I think, is Trox still here in Coast City?
Oh yeah, he's at the Crank and Yank.
He's always at Can Yank.
We
Oh,
should go
yeah.
pick him up. Make him come with us.
I
we
mean,
probably should do that.
no, but we should go and speak to him real quick before we leave.
Yeah, you said he was one of the people we wanted to get to help us, right?
I mean, yeah, but also I need a.
I mean, he is pretty strong. It would be nice to have him on our side.
It's not that strong.
I mean, I saw him fuck you up. Or was that?
Nope, I have. yet to
no,
fight.
Garrison was not there.
Oh, he
I-
fucked me,
Us.
Yorick. Yeah, it was a big thing.
Yeah. All you guys got fucked up. I mean, it's not that hard, but
I was
so
You want to try? Lights finger.
yeah. We'll do that. Let's go talk to Troc real quick, and
Okay.
then head out on the way out. Yeah. Everybody,
agree.
Everybody cool with this?
Mhm.
Yep.
Everybody else have anything else they want to do while they're here? We can
No.
probably
Well,
pack up a bunch of
Nope.
this food.
I need to leave a message for Ryle and them. Probably.
Yeah, you should probably do that so you don't just disappear on them again.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
I'm gonna go over to the food and grab a stack of crackers to be
Oh
able-
yeah, is my ship stocked full of food or no?
No.
You
Okay.
think it would have kept for 6 months?
Yeah, you're right. I don't even
Jared,
want to go down there and see it.
I don't even know. Does this ship
I
even
never-
have like an under
Yeah,
Deck
here, I'll send you a
area?
picture. I got you.
habit?
Since
habitation?
it's technically ours, I'll put it in a big chat for everyone.
Saying, get like 50 pounds of jerky. That'll never go bad.
In reference photos, guys. That is our ship.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sized ship. And it's got multiple layers.
I've never searched this ship either, so we could probably search this and find some cool shit.
No, you've only ever been on the top deck.
Yeah, I've never searched the
Oh.
inside and whatnot.
But yeah. So
We should do that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we should do that.
We'll have plenty of time on the journey to Gaudium.
True. We should get some food then, cause nothing down there will be good.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it
So
all
just so you guys are aware, so that you don't fucking hate me for it, okay?
Mhm.
Since you're on Gladys, it's not gonna be 14 days across the desert.
Yippee!
It'll be about half that. But you are gonna have to roll day to day, so don't hate
That's
me.
okay. We could do that in a session.
We're doing long time. Are you sure? It took 3
I mean, we'll
last
be
time.
in the air, so it won't be that fucking bad. Hopefully, we don't just fly into a dragon or some bullshit.
No sandworms, no depressed fairies, no Fey
Tornado.
realm,
Yeah.
no. What were the other things? No
No,
troc.
no
yeah, there will be
party
Croc.
separation. So
No,
is that two different parties trying to go
It'll
through?
essentially be about 7 days across the desert while riding on Gladys. So you'll take turns rolling the d20, and we'll see how your trip goes.
That's horrifying.
I'm just letting you know. Don't hate me, because it's long-term travel. I'm not just gonna let you guys time skip it.
I can't be mad at it.
No.
It keeps things interesting.
As long
makes-
as
it makes
doesn't
sense.
take 6 sessions.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It only took 3
realistically-
last time.
Realistically, it could take us like 1 to 2 sessions, depending on
Um,
rolls fall.
All right. So you guys are gonna go try to find Troc.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I kind
So
of.
do you guys load up on Gladys to go?
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
Malador does.
Yeah.
It beats walking.
So Yorick, for the first time, you get wrapped with this blackish purple suction cup tentacle that wraps around your torso, literally takes up about a foot on your torso, just leaves this blanket of snot and wraps around you nice and tight as it lifts you up off the ground and then just drops you on the deck of the ship, which is also a film of snot. But as you get up onto your feet, you especially, it's as if the slime coat on the deck literally lines the bottom of your shoes to keep you from slipping.
Sidebar. What should we call our ship, guys?
I thought it was Gladys.
Well, yeah, but we gotta have like a ship name. Maybe she'll be open to a
I mean,
change.
well, I thought that was her name. So...
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Leave her be.
But as you guys all load up,
Got this robe.
Malador takes the helm and the chair.
Can I
Which,
speak to Gladys for a second?
Hold on. Which you guys all watch him sit down in the mantle, and then Steven and Merida, sober now, you are able to recall what happened when you were up in the air as he sits down, and you see the kind of like cuffs, like tentacle cuffs, go over each of his wrists and onto his ankles, and then little like antenna looking tentacles go up his nose and into the corners of his eye and into his ears as they just start like wrapping around, not tightly around the neck, but essentially like just building like a little antenna vest
Brace for
as he takes the helm. Go
How
ahead.
much do you think it would hurt if we
Uh,
just,
Go ahead, Judd.
like if we just
Judd?
like went up to him and like gave him a good old tug?
Let's not find out.
Brace for
Oh.
impact.
Aldor looks in, thinks to talk to Gladys. Gladys, is there any way we can get more chairs for you? Like, can you just like summon chairs for my guys?
So you all standing on the deck of the ship now feel the floor start to vibrate. And it doesn't just vibrate, like the slime coat on the deck literally starts to ripple like it's little waves of the ocean, and they crash against the deck of the ship and slime up and then splash as if it's literally taking on water. And then formed out of the slime, another chair.
Yeah, that's so
Another
freaking
chair.
cool.
Another chair. It doesn't look like his, where it's like his kind of looks like solid hide or bone, and it's a black, almost like draconian looking chair. literally like mounted to the bottom. Aside from obviously when Merida hits him and it takes it down and slings it back up. These are actually like clear snot slime chairs, just shaped out of all the nasty that's on the deck. But yeah, multiple just pop
not
up.
sitting on that.
Merida's gonna hesitantly just like.
She's gonna sit down.
Yeah.
All right. So as you sit down, the tentacle cuffs over the wrists, over the ankles, and then the little squirrely antennas just
No.
the nose and into the eyes and through the ears and around the neck, and just the vine vest starts to build and secures you to the chair.
Why
Don't
not? I'll sit
sit down.
Yeah, nope.
Uh,
nope.
Or
not-
sitting down.
not
Flying.
sitting down.
Garrison, you're not going to be able to fly all the way to Guardian. You need to get on the ship.
Well, we're just going to the cookhouse for now, so I think I'll be good.
So it's going to happen either way, whether you like it or not.
Garrison, are you on the ship?
Yeah, I would have flown up onto it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm not gonna sit down on one of the chairs.
Goddess,
I
take him.
will. I will go check below deck. Actually.
Okay. So as you're walking around the deck of the ship looking for a set of stairs, I mean the basically like, as you're walking, the floor just opens up, and it's a set of stairs. And as you're going down, you get about shoulder level with the deck of the ship, and then you see a tentacle just right above your head trying to grab you as Malador tells it to grab you. And then you disappear below deck.
Fuck.
As you get down to the second layer, the walls are the same blackish purple as the color as the tentacles. There is no light down here, but you have 60 feet of dark vision. The wall, it looks like the inside of a stomach.
Yeah.
So it's not just the deck of the floor that's slime coated. Now it's the walls as well, but it's literally like flowing. Like just you I mean you hear the bloop 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 just off in the distance, like there's dripping water pipes.
Yeah.
And as you go down the stairs, the further the stairs you get down, the more slick they get. Until eventually you reach the bottom and it's like you literally you step you step into probably about 2 inches of water, you would hope anyway. You'd hope it's water. And as you're stepping, you start hearing as you start seeing smoke rising up from your shoes.
Smoke? Like it's like stomach acid? Why would the second deck of the ship be stomach acid?
You keep walking?
No, I said I was hover. I'm gonna hover.
Okay.
So like, how is this like a habitable ship? Like anybody who tries to live on this is gonna get burned with acid.
You just gotta like run real fast. Like it's like lava. You gotta be real quick with it, and you won't get burned.
So like, there's no rooms down here. Like, is the bed slime too? Like, what?
I mean, as you start hovering around, you get to essentially the back wall of the ship, and there are oddly enough there's metal crates where the bottom ones that are sitting in the acid are definitely like corroded, but the ones sitting on top of it are perfectly fine. They're solid steel totes. There's probably about 20 of them down here, but they're all stacked up on the top, and then on the very back left, it's a wide open area, and just these 20 like chest freezer sized metal steel boxes, and then over on the left corner there is what looks like another staircase leading down.
Okay.
And you like hear the water flow
Like
heading
the
down.
acid is going down there.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I'm not going to go down there. Like, if there's more acid down there.
Listen, guys, this is an extraterrestrial squid ship.
It
I
essentially
know Malador didn't explain that.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun. Go explore.
Habitable was not the point of this thing. Just so you guys are aware, the dude created this ship. I'm just passing it to you.
If it wasn't to be habitable, then what was the point?
Yeah, like that's I mean,
Like, death
like what's
trap, like
a giant.
like lock them in the brig, and then you just throw them down. You come down there the next day, and they're just gone.
Pretty much, yeah. It wasn't meant for storage of people.
It's not meant for
Then how
storage
did
of
I
steel
go in
boxes
this-
either. They're
then how did-
corroding.
How did I go in the cell
all right.
without being injured from like the
You
acid and
weren't
shit?
you weren't below deck.
Yes, I was. The cell room was.
It just liked you so much that it got.
Regardless, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take a seat on one of the steel boxes that are not getting corroded, and
Okay.
wait till we get to the crank and yank.
You're hiding
Yeah,
below deck.
I think he had a lot of
Yes,
flaws
yeah.
in his building plans.
That's gotta
Yeah.
smell like the best.
Oh, it's delicious.
I'm not even breathing, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he chose to take in a scent, it would be delicious.
Little fishy.
No, fishy isn't really the word. But yes, nevertheless, within a very short amount of time, Gladys stops in the mid district, right outside the crank and yank, and hovers down to 6 inches above the ground, and just stops. Merida, you are now released from your chair. And I mean, literally, like, you're not just released, but like everything pulls out. So as much as you felt it going in, you feel it sliming its way out of your nose and your ear, everywhere. Just
I just
releases you from the
want-
chair.
Next time.
And as
Did I see
the
Garrison come out?
no, he didn't come out.
Okay.
Not yet. But as the tentacles reach up and grab Steven, grab Merida, grab you, Malador, and lower you down to the ground. Garrison, I'm assuming you fly out.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly out.
Okay. And you also land on the ground. You are now standing on the ground, shoulder to shoulder, off of Gladys, facing the crank and yank. Here to hopefully find Truck and begin the next leg of your journey. And we are going to end there for tonight.
All right.
Good session.
Awesome.
Session.
Very good session.
All right. All right. All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Sweet. I'm just letting you know, Malador, if you're gonna try and force her to grab me to sit on one of those chairs, I'm gonna start hacking away. Just letting you know.
By the tentacle next time. I don't need to be engulfed by the tentacle.
I'm glad that my robe is repellent.
It's a repellent. All right.
All right,
So,
Keegan, are we gonna
Yes.
WW? Okay.
that was actually really good. I liked that. So that was productive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sets up the next sessions really well.
Cool. All right, you guys have a good night.
Oh yeah. Hopefully Vidar will be joining us next time.
Hope so.
Maybe even Logan.
Maybe even Logan. Yeah,
Hopefully.
we're getting her character together, so. All right.
Good night.
Have a
Good
good night, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Peace. Bye.